The Perfect Circle, their latest album, Mer de Nom. Of course, you guys, man, road warriors. Saw you last summer as part of Somersault. You continue to tour. Today, you're color coordinated and you're dressed in your showbiz finery.
Usually there's not one stitch of color amongst any of us, and we're all wearing black, and we both wear messed up clown golf
It's nice.
pants.
It's a good look, definitely. So,
I was told this was a radio interview, so I didn't know.
They could hear the plaid.
Yeah.
Any significant events that had to happen to the group since Somersault?
Give it up.
Go ahead.
I had a baby.
Really?
Well, not me personally, but, you know.
Wow. That's pretty big, eh?
It was pretty big. 9 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
It's big. So.
Obviously, I had a baby, though.
I know. This is Billy. How? This is kind of like a reunion of, you know.
That's when I was touring. Like, how old are you now again? 16 years ago, when I was on the road with
David Bowie, right?
No, probably like Mata Hoople or like the MC5 or something like that. I think I don't know, had him, and then I'm sorry.
That's actually the first real life butt baby ever.
Oh.
Now that you're a millionaire rock star, your son has come back.
Millionaire?
Okay. So similar to Noel from Oasis, Noel Gallagher, who started off as a guitar tech, who started off being kind of a behind-scenes player and actually possessing an incredible talent to write music. You started off as well behind-the-scenes guitar tech and programmer to a number of bands, Nine Inch Nails, David Bowie, and on, Fishbone. Did you feel like you possessed something, like a secret that everybody didn't know that you actually had?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to get into the business just totally cold, I mean, I had an advantage over someone like that. I mean, I wouldn't suggest it if someone wants to be a musician. I'd just say, go be a musician. I just really wanted to do that. That's where my heart was, and I wanted to write songs in my hotel room and at home, and I wanted to work for bands. That was, like, fulfilling for me.
And it was, you weren't, that takes a bit of an ego, sort of checking your ego at the door, like knowing that you're... Yeah, but there's goods and bads to being a musician. You know, there's pros and cons to everything. There's something very liberating about being expressive and, you know, being able to write, and also be a part of something that you never have to worry about it going away, or you don't have to, I don't know, if you're around other bands or, you know, situations that you find to have integrity, you know, and to keep around that can be fulfilling enough. But it just came at a point in time where I just wanted to take that leap of faith and give it a shot. Yeah, what made you want to step out?
The real reason? No.
He was tired of getting yelled at by a trained resident.
Oh, that's not true.
You went, man, I could write better songs. I can go out there.
Well, I always kind of had the intention, and I actually started a band with this guy, Kendall from Fishbone, back in, like, '93. And it was just he and I were looking for a drummer, and we wrote songs, and then it just fell apart, you know. So it was just like, oh, well, I'll just go back on the road. And, you know, more and more songs were coming together, and I just thought they were starting to sound really good. So I just, like, this is stupid to let them you know, fall on the ears of my girlfriend and my mother and, you know, 4 friends. You know what I mean? It's just like, I might as well just give it a shot. And then, you know, it became this weekend warrior thing. We're just trying to pull some friends together to play here and there on the weekend and buy them lunch. And
when you finally realized the song, well, you wrote the songs with Maynard and then found players to make the band. Does the music sort of become different from what you originally conceived it to be?
Yeah, I mean, originally conceived it to be, could be different no matter who's playing or whatever, but yeah, it's got a sound because of these people that are involved. It's always changing, you know. It would have sounded different this year than it would have last year, and I think that just comes from, I don't know if they were supposed to sound one way or another, you know, like a song is a song, whether Frank Sinatra does it or the Sex Pistols, it's, you know.
What's the relationship like within the group? I get a sense last time I saw you in Halifax that you have a fun time together. And
well, we just had a baby, so I mean...
Yeah, when Josh has a baby, then you all have a baby?
Yeah.
Is that how it goes?
He's got 4 fathers and 2 mothers.
Cool.
Yeah, it's fun, and it's still... You know, I was a little worried about it because we were pretty good friends, and, you know, you worry about that dynamic falling apart.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
You're working, living, breathing, everything together in a space. You know, you're on a bus that is, you know, 30 feet long, and you're basically sleeping together. So, and it was a 6-month tour last time. This time is, you know, just 2 months, and this seems like a cakewalk. This is nothing.
Well, like bands are oftentimes like marriages, and in your case, you guys have an open marriage or an open relationship in a weird way, in that all of the members have side projects that they do and other musical projects that they're working on, and you just had the baby and stuff. Like, is that just kind of accepted that you're not possessive over each other?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're gonna pass it over to Anthony, who has a question.
Hi. I was just wanting to know, whose butt really is that on the inside of Mère Denom?
Okay, so here's the artwork. Whose butt is that? Anthony wants to know.
Troy?
Is that Troy's?
Is it?
No, it's not Troy.
Oh, this one?
Yes.
It's my son. It's his new son. You don't want to know. You just don't want to know.
What's up with the artwork, guys? What's happening here? It's a very sort of sexual, like, hey, what is that?
Troy.
Now that's Troy. What's going on, like, the type of mood that you wanted to evoke with this particular artwork? Is it sexuality, erotic, sensual?
I mean, the colors say a lot to me. You know, it's this kind of more dark, elegant thing. You know, which kind of shows this sort of a couple avenues at least you can interpret that to be. You know,
Yeah,
it's
like,
not some bright and cheery cartoon. Except for that's a bright and cheery cartoon. But that's actually real life, painted from real life.
Is it a painting?
It's a painting.
Wow.
It was a picture, and it was painted from a picture. Could I be any more elusive about this?
I know you're being very elusive. Josh, what do you think?
I'm not even gonna
Whose
try.
butt is that? We want to know. It was a paid model, wasn't it?
First of all, do you think it's nice or not? And I'll tell you.
Do I think the photograph is nice?
No, the actual shape.
Shape?
Yeah.
Sure.
Then I'm not telling you.
Why?
No, forget it.
Why? Do you think it's nice, this shape?
I think it's interesting.
Interesting.
It's interesting. It's an interesting shape.
Waxing hurts.
Is this you? It's Billy. You are elusive, man. We're going to be handing it over to Chris, who has a question as well.
Yeah, Somersault was great, guys. Got hurt really bad in the pit. Loved every second of it.
Sorry.
It was great, man. Loved it. My question is, in the history of rock and roll, people have done some pretty crazy stuff to get media attention and whatnot. If you made a public display for something, what would it be and what would it be for?
Don't look at me.
Drawing a blank.
Repeat the question? No.
Anything crazy, like even if it's not for a cause or anything like
Would
that.
it be some sort of, like, coalition for plaid?
Ooh.
This is
It's a test run for me. It's a test run.
This is pure evil coincidence.
Yeah. We didn't call each other like we normally do. We only...
What are you wearing?
This is a
What are you
This is a
wearing?
coincidence? You're crazy.
No.
No.
Absolutely. This is being late.
Seems very highly orchestrated.
This is
Wow,
not
you guys-
having laundry.
You guys are on the same page, aren't you?
I want to give you a good answer, but
No big burning issue?
we are so boring, I can't even tell you. Like, I can't. You know, we're not going to surf on top of, I don't even know.
Would it be like, well, what do you like to do? Are you big book readers? Or are you sports enthusiasts?
No.
Do you read the personal ads?
We listen to music and play music and...
So I write,
food.
write
You're
songs.
an obsessed music guy.
I sit in front of a computer, I'm a total geek, and you know, that's what I do.
How is it for you to be like the geek computer guy and then bust out and be like a rock star?
Dude.
Doing, you know,
Doing that.
yeah, posing
Doing that?
on stage.
That's why I drink. No, I'm kidding. Don't even do that. See, I mean, so boring. I can't even come up with anything interesting. Like, let's talk about this, though. This
Okay,
is
go ahead.
interesting.
Sure.
Mid-Fins Festival in France last year,
Oh,
2000. Yeah. I bet him he would leave that on because it was so uncomfortable and it stinks so bad.
It's
when you
supposed to
get
be a
wet and
backstage pass for the day. You know, if you go out to a bar and, like, if you're 21, you can drink, they give you a wristband, and at the end of the night, you cut it off.
Well,
this is from, like, June. It was a backstage pass for the day.
Wow.
Smell it.
No.
Smell it.
Chris, will you
Smells
come
good.
and smell it?
It actually doesn't smell like anything. I used to have this leather thing that I showered with.
You're just
Let's see, let's see.
The leather thing really smelled bad.
I know, leather really usually smells...
Doesn't really smell.
It's not actually that bad. It smells like soap.
You should smell the leather thing was heinous.
Funky.
Yeah, it was an experience.
So then Billy, he challenged you to keep that on.
Yeah.
And it still is.
There it is.
And he bet me I
all its
couldn't
glory.
lose 10 pounds. He said
Hey,
I was
what
gonna
are you doing? Any side projects? We talked about everybody else. Josh has his solo stuff.
I
What are
started
you doing?
producing a band,
Yeah.
and I kind of ran out of time. And he's working on it himself, and I hope to do it when I get back.
This isn't the Axl Rose project, is it?
No.
Now you were a programmer on that mysterious album that has never come out. What was the music like?
Good.
Was it like old style Guns N' Roses? Like
bit.
rock and roll? Or was he, I heard that he was going to try to be really sort of futuristic or technological with it.
I mean, it's been a long time since I've been there. And when I was there, the music sounded good, and I have no idea what it sounds like anymore.
Was
So,
it kind of modern?
You know, I guess so. Yeah.
So is that still going on?
I think so. I mean,
That's
I think
the
they
thing
just
of-
played some shows, and hopefully they'll put out their record and go on tour. You know, it's about time.
That's one of those big rock and roll legends, the album that will or will not come out. Hey, I've just been asked to ask you, Josh, what the secret word for tonight is.
Oh.
What's that up? What does that mean? What's the secret word for tonight?
Clown penis.
Clown penis.
Yeah. Can you say that on Much Music?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the secret word.
It's merely a body part.
It's supposed to be one word, though.
Oh,
And that's
well, that's
hyphen.
one word. No,
Oh,
that's
that
a
is
word. I
hyphen.
made that word up just now.
CLOWN.
Anyone who's going to the show, remember that
Okay.
word, phrase.
Why? What happens?
You'll have to come tonight and see.
Okay. Perfect Circle plays in Toronto tonight. Thanks, boys, for coming in. And have a fun night.
Thank you.